Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to our latest webcast that we're bringing you from Travel Weekly. And I'm joined today by Torey Kings-Hodkin, who is the Sales and Trade Marketing Director, EMEA, at Disney Destinations International. And we're wearing the same colour today. And
We've coordinated beautifully. I love it.
And we have done it deliberately. We should say that because we are here for a very exciting reason today. You're here to announce a really exciting new resource for frontline sellers tour. So, well, I'm not going to steal your thunder. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're up to?
Absolutely. So, as you said, an incredibly exciting day. We are, for the first time, bringing together resources across our three products. So, our three main products in the UK is Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, and Disney Cruise Line. And each of those products have their own things to remember, their own news and competitions and events and campaigns. So, there's a lot of information. And up until now, we've had all of that information spread across multiple resources. And I started my career a very long time ago as a travel agent, and I still remember what that's like to be having that customer in front of you and not having the information that you need to be able to have that knowledge and confidence to close the sale. So for the first time, we're bringing all of that together into one digital destination called Pixie Dust HQ, and that's what we're here to launch today. So
I love the name. Show us the little logo on your shirt. So nice.
Pixie Dust HQ, and if I could show you the back, it's got a QR code on, and it's got our strap line for the platform, which is news, training, rewards, and more to help travel professionals soar, because that's what it is all about.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so that's great. So yeah, you just mentioned it was previously all disparate on different platforms. So I guess bringing it together is just so much easier, is it, for the trade? Because it's just one port of call.
Exactly that. So we've done a lot of work over the last 18 months, a whole heap of travel agent panels and forums to really take agents' feedback on board. Not only have I worked as an agent, but a lot of the team have as well. So we've built this platform very much with agents in mind. We want to make people's lives really easy. So all of those platforms, whether it be marketing assets, the platform where we do our live events, everything where we house our news, all of that will come together in this one digital destination to make everyone's lives so much easier. One sign in, everything in one place.
Well, no one's going to argue with that. That sounds fantastic. But what about if you're an agent who has been using the individual platforms, Tor? Do they, will they still exist for a while, or does it immediately transfer over? How does it work?
Great question. So people can sign up from today to the platform. If they forget about this, or it's a while until they need some of our resources, if they go onto those existing platforms, we've made it super easy, and they'll just be redirected to Pixie Dust HQ, and they'll then be able to sign up and start using the platform straight away. So super easy.
It's like you've thought of everything.
I know.
And then this is what we're going to see immediately. Will that be it, or are you going to be able to add and develop things over time?
Absolutely, it will be developed over time. What we're going to launch is already it's available on desktop, available on mobile as well. So again, trying to make things really easy. There'll be a whole heap of fantastic content that we will launch with. So, for example, our training that we're now going to be putting onto this one digital destination is like nothing that agents would have seen before. I feel really confident in that. So this isn't another portal or another agent platform. This is very much being done in a distinctly Disney way. So it will be immersive. It'll be almost like the best thing, next thing to having been to one of our resorts or been on one of our ships. We want the agents through the training to feel like they've experienced Disney.
So it's using technology, is it? And you talk about being immersive, so you can sort of feel like you're there.
Exactly that. So we've worked with a brilliant tech partner who has really understood our business, but really thought about how can we bring that magic to life. Obviously, we can't take thousands of agents every year. We do a lot of fam trips, but
quite a few, yeah.
Yeah, we do. But we wanted this to be, as I say, almost like you feel like you're in the resort. So I mean, you've been to Walt Disney World. One of our really popular attractions is based on the movie Avatar, so Flight of Passage. And as you go through that experience in Walt Disney World, you choose your avatar and then you ride your Banshee when you're on the attraction. in Pixie Dust HQ, when you are in the Walt Disney World training, you will almost feel like you are on that attraction. You'll choose your avatar, it will all compute on the screen, and then you'll go into the training and you'll feel like you are riding that Banshee in Walt Disney World. So,
Oh my God, that sounds really cool.
and we know that no one else can do anything like that, and that's why we're so excited to bring this to trade. So going back to your question, we'll launch with a lot of great content. We'll have all of our learning journeys live. All of our live events will be onto Pixie Dust HQ. All of our news, as people go through, they'll be able to, just for logging in and then completing training, they'll be able to collect Pixie Dust points. And those Pixie Dust points will open up exclusive rewards, exclusive benefits. So there'll be so much for agents to really get their head around when they first start using the platform, but then we'll continue to evolve it. So we'll continue that cycle of feedback. We'll ask agents what they think, what have we got really right, what do they want us to do differently to really evolve the platform going forward.
And add more features, as you say. Okay. Well, this is very exciting. And I know that you're going to make a big splash with this, of course, but you're launching it to the trade. I think you've got a couple of ways you're doing it. I think you've got an in-person event, which you might want to talk about, and also some virtual events. So tell us how you're spreading the Pixie Dust to really get so excited about this.
We have well and truly spread the Pixie Dust. So we had our live event yesterday in London, where we had 120 agents join us in person, with the most incredible location called Outernet, which is these big floor to ceiling kind of digital screens. And we chose that venue for a reason, because it really helped, I guess, to demonstrate what we were looking to do in bringing the Disney magic to our partners through tech. So all of that immersive content was surrounding the delegates in the room. And yesterday's event was about the countdown to actually opening Pixie Dust HQ this morning on our virtual event. So we have thousands of agents signed up this morning to join our virtual event, where we will officially open Pixie Dust HQ. If anyone's missed that, they don't need to worry. They can go onto the platform, sign up, and they'll be able to view that virtual event and learn everything there is to know about Pixie Dust HQ.
Brilliant, brilliant. How exciting. And of course, the timing of this tour is so key for you, because you're at a point where you're about to launch quite a lot of new features and facilities and all sorts of new stuff coming up. So, so people will need that information, right? They'll want to come on, they'll want to do the training. So the timing's perfect. But why don't you just run us through some of the exciting things that are coming up in the next sort of 12 months or so?
Definitely. Right, where to start? Because there's so much to talk about. So let me start with Disneyland Paris, because next year is going to be an incredibly exciting year for us. Back in 2018, we announced 2 billion euros worth of investment and transformation, and the park has been going through that transformation ever since. And next year will be the very, very exciting stage of that. So there are 2 parks in Disneyland Paris, and I say that very deliberately because a lot of people don't know that there are 2 parks. And actually, there is so much more to do at Disneyland Paris, and there'll be even more next year. So we have the main park where the castle is, and then you have currently the Walt Disney Studios. In spring 2026, and that is hot off the press. That was announced at D23 a couple of weeks ago, that it will be opening in spring 26. The studios will rebrand to Disney Adventure World. And with that, we'll open up new dining, new entertainment, and new attractions. And the most exciting part that I cannot wait for is World of Frozen will open.
So excited about that.
I know. I'm going to put Let It Go in your head so you can sing it for the rest of the day.
Can we go and dress up as Elsa and Anna?
Of course. But I have to be Elsa, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough. It's all right. I don't mind. Knowing my place, sure, it's fine.
So that will come next year. So World of Frozen being much loved franchise, as we know. My goddaughter grew up on Frozen. She's 14 now, and she is already kind of badgering me for when we're going to book to go next year. But There'll be a new attraction. There will be an opportunity to meet and greet with the Queens, Anna and Elsa, and new dining and entertainment experiences as well.
Perfect. Yeah, that is going to go down. That's going to be super popular, I'm sure, as you say. All right. So other than, well, that's Paris. What else?
Let's head over to Walt Disney World next. So, I mean, a couple of favourites for me. There's so much announced at last year's D23. So D23 is our big fan event, by the way, for anyone that isn't familiar with that. So last year we announced over 50 new things that were going to be coming in the coming years. There are so many things to be excited about. My personal favourite is Monsters Inc. Land. We don't have a date for that. We will have more news to share about that at some point. But that will have Disney's first ever suspended roller coaster. But already this year, that's gone live and new is our brand new nighttime parade. And that is our first nighttime parade, for kind of over a decade now. So that went live in the summer this year and has had absolutely fantastic reviews. My all-time favourite attraction at Epcot, so one of our 4 parks at Walt Disney World, is at Test Track. And that has been closed for a while now as it's been reimagined, and it's reopened this year with a new overlay. So I am very excited to see that the next time I'm back in Walt Disney World. But yes,
I can't believe you're allowed to have favourites, Tori.
Well, obviously it's one of the many things that I love about Disney. How's that?
Oh no, it's brilliant, and I love it as well. So it'd be fantastic to see that back. All right, and then obviously cruise. There was lots going on there.
Yeah, there's a whole heap of stuff to talk about on cruise as well. So by the end of this year, we will have the Disney Destiny. So the Destiny launches in November. So I will be taking 20 agents from across EMEA with some of the team out to sail on the Disney Destiny in November. And some of our agents will have already sailed on the Treasure, which was our last ship that we launched last year. And one of the key standouts from that ship was the Moana, Moana show, Broadway style show. Yeah. We had agents coming away from that show just feeling so connected to the experience. They absolutely loved it. And on the Destiny, our show will be the real fan favourite, Hercules. So I cannot wait to see that. And we'll also have a Disney Cruise Line first on the Destiny. So if you've sailed with Disney Cruise Line before, you will know that we have a rotational dining experience. So it's unique to Disney Cruise Line. And each evening you dine around like a rotational dining system. So you're dining in a different restaurant, but your server and your table number move with you. So all of that stuff people love about that connection with their server every evening, the relationships that they create, that moves with you, but you have a different dining experience every evening.
Amazing. That's hard to do, I imagine. But that is important to people, isn't it?
It's hard to do, but it's really worth it because the feedback we get is phenomenal on that. And on the Destiny, we'll have a DCL first, which will be Pride Lands, which is a whole dining experience based around the Lion King. So really immersive and something that I am just, super excited to see when I'm on the ship.
I almost burst into the opening song. I did the cry. That would be embarrassing. So thank God I didn't. All right, and then more sailings from the UK, more sailings from Texas, US ports. So maybe talk about both of those because I think we might obviously the UK ones we know are popular. We're not so sure. No, not sure whether those US ones are so popular with the UK, but I think you're saying that they really are ones you want to push.
Yeah, I mean, there is something for everyone on Disney Cruise Line, and we're always looking for new destinations, new opportunities for people to, I guess, experience Disney in a really different way. And what we see is for guests that sail on Disney Cruise Line, most of them, a high proportion of them, have been to one of our parks. particularly Disneyland Paris. And we know that Disney Cruise Line, Disney Cruise Line is kind of the next evolvement of that. People want a different way to experience the magic. So we're always looking for new ways to bring that to our guests. There are some agents that we know will lean into our sailings from Florida and from other parts of the US. We've got the Disney Adventure coming in March next year. She'll be home ported in Singapore. So our agents can tap into any of those opportunities.
Yeah.
Our key focus in the UK, though, is very much on those 6 sailings out of Southampton. So next year we'll have the Disney Dream come back to Southampton, and those sailings are super popular, and they resonate really well with the UK audience. So yeah, those sailings are available for everyone to book, but our key focus is around those sailings out of those out of Southampton on the Dream.
And with only 6 sailings, I guess early booking is key, really, isn't it? I'm guessing if people think they want to get their customers on, then they should think about that quickly.
Absolutely. And just going back to the point I mentioned about people having been to a park before, any agents that have a Disney database, whether it be guests that have been to Walt Disney World before or Disneyland Paris, top tip is to really work those databases, because that's where you'll find your Disney Cruise Line customers. So really worth thinking about that as an opportunity.
They might never have been on a cruise before, but they love Disney, and that's just, as you say, a way to experience it.
Yeah, exactly that. And going back to Pixie Dust HQ, they'll see all of this content on Pixie Dust HQ. So each of the products will have their own immersive training experience, and dotted all the way through those training experiences, they'll see what we're calling HQ hints. So that's right. How do you take all of this magic and all of this knowledge, but actually convert that into a sale? Because we want this to be a tool that is giving lots of information and having everything in one place, but ultimately is to help agents convert more sales. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, of course, which helps you and helps them, of course. And then, Torey, you just mentioned, how your key thing is to try and help guests experience Disney in different ways. And, opening a park in Abu Dhabi will be one of those ways. You've announced that. Is that also going to be a big sell for the UK, do you think?
Still very much in the early stages of that project and working through what that will look like. We're incredibly excited about it. It will be our 7th part. We are collaborating with Miral. Miral are kind of the leading creator of immersive destinations. They've got some fantastic stuff already in Abu Dhabi. So they're a great partner for us, and they will work very closely with Walt Disney Imagineers to really bring that experience to life. So more to follow on Abu Dhabi, but something we are super, super excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. It just keeps growing. It's fantastic. All right. Well, I mean, it's just such an exciting time. Your feet can't be touching the ground at the minute. It's just so much going on. But
for our moment.
Exactly. But spreading the pixie dust is just such a lovely term. I mean, I'm a big Disney fan, and I love all the magic. So I'm sure agents are going to as well. And you've got so much planned for the UK trade, haven't you?
We have such a love from agents for the brand and the product. It's incredible. I mean, when I moved over to Disney, I knew I was coming to a really special business. But when you actually get into the business and you start to work with agents, you realise just how much genuine love there is for the brand. And it's just fantastic to see. So I know that this new digital destination will be so well received by people. It can be a complex product. There's a lot to learn and understand. And that's why we just want to make everything super easy for people in a really fun and immersive way. So we want everyone to sign up to Pixie Dust HQ and make sure that they're able to really take advantage of that.
You should show us your QR code.
Shall I do that now? See if it works or not, but look.
Have you got your pajamas on underneath that? There you go. It's brilliant. That's so cool. That's very good. So how do I get hold of one of those t-shirts? I love it. I really want it.
We might be able to get one to you. The other thing we had yesterday at our event was kind of personalised ears with the Pixie Dust HQ colours and branding. So we might be able to get a pair of those to you as well, as long as you promise to wear them when I next see you.
I will. I will. I love it. Well, listen, thanks for coming on and talking to us. It really is exciting. And agents can find out so much more about it all in Travel Weekly as well, because we're really excited to partner with you on this tour. So thank you very much.
And watch out for the cover wrap, because it's going to be like a cover wrap you've never seen before. So yeah, excited for people to see that. But yeah, really appreciate the opportunity, and yeah, can't wait to get this out there.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck with it all.
Thanks, Lucy. Speak soon. Take care.
Bye.